What if we weren't ranked #1 in the world? Imagine there were no Mia, no Brandy, no legends to live up to. And thousands of little girls didn't look up to us. What if, for the first time, there were no pressure? Then we wouldn't have a chance.
The U.S. women's soccer team is taking charge in a major fight
about women's
off the
soccer
field.
players. They're the big stars in the States with all the money and the glory of the men. Well, except for the money
When
part.
athletes play in World Cup games, qualifiers, and non-competitive friendly matches, they're paid a base annual salary with potential bonuses for winning. According to the complaint, that breaks down to between $3,600 and about $5,000 for women per game. For men, it ranges from just over $6,000 to as much as $17,000.
According to the lawsuit from 2013, women's national team players could earn a maximum of $4,000 per a non-tournament game, while the men, for doing the same non-tournament game, could earn up to $13,000.
To make the World Cup roster, female players receive 44% of what their male counterparts earn.
As laid out in the lawsuit, the U.S. Soccer Federation asks both men and women to play the same game on the same size field with the same rules and protocols. Yet, the suit states U.S. Soccer admits to paying its female players less than the male players. The pay for advancement through the rounds of World Cup was that the men made $5 million for losing in the 16th round, while the women made only $1 million for winning the whole entire World Cup game.
But this morning, 28 members of the U.S. women's soccer team, including superstars Alex Morgan, Megan Rapinoe, and Carly Lloyd, are suing the U.S. Soccer Federation, arguing in a newly filed lawsuit that they've been consistently paid less than their male counterparts, even when outperforming them on the global stage.
We have an equal pay issue going on here that I think people will find very interesting, because the finances and the way it's, in national soccer, people don't know much about, but we do know that the women's soccer team has done a whole lot of winning on the national level.
Although, some people might say that the reason why women make less than the men in the soccer industry is based on the amount of people. Watching and here at this men's game, there's thousands of people. While here, at a women's game, there's going to be a lot less people watching and a lot less people watching on TV. Also, the men's U.S. soccer team has been playing longer than the women have. Therefore, over the time, the men have came out with more magazines, statues of famous soccer players, books, posters, and even stadiums named after the famous soccer players. But in regards to why the women need equal pay, the phrase performing demonstrably better is key to the women's argument. They are the world's top-ranked team and will head to France with 3 stars on their jerseys for each of their World Cup championships. They are the team with well-known names on their roster. They are the team that plays more games annually because of their advancement through tournaments. They are the team that, no matter what, inspires girls to do what they love. And no matter what, they push for what is always right.
Need to lay your burden down.
The gold has gone to the United States of America.
According to the lawsuit, if each team played and won 20 non-tournament games a year, female players would earn a maximum of $99,000, while similarly ranked male players would earn an average of more than $260,000.
I think women make 30% of what the men make.
I think women make 36% of what men make.
I think that the women's soccer players make like 40% of what the men make.
I think they make 50%.
I think the women's soccer team makes a lot less money than the men's soccer team.
$40,000?
Why do you think there's a pay difference between the men and the women?
The reason why the pay is not equal is because the men's soccer is more popular than the women's.
What we could do to fix this problem with the pay gap is go out on social media and talk about how women should get paid equally as men.
Unequal pay on the U.S. women's national team compared to the men's national team is unfair and it can affect how girls feel. Like girls who play soccer, if they have a dream of playing on the national team, it would affect them, like kind of comparing, would I rather have a job and get paid more, or would I rather go with my passion and try to go for my dream? But that plays a part because it's unequal.
When I used to play soccer, it just wasn't motivating. I didn't really see it as like a possible career for me.
As a soccer player, it makes me less confident and feel like we aren't as important.
It affects me because as a player, I feel like it makes you feel bad and like not wanting to try as hard.
As a soccer player, it affects me because in the future I would have to decide if I want to continue following my dream and making less money or finding a job where I get more money.
Scrambled home by the